He'll curl along the left wing boards, gets to Guenther in front. Guenther no room to shoot as three Tigers quickly close on him. Slaney at the line holds in. Down low, Oliver, backdoor feed. Guenther looking for the one-timer, but getting a piece was Rhett Parsons to disrupt that pass. Now at the line, Slaney walks in, wrist shot, and that's blocked by Firster, and it bounces wide of the Tiger net. Down along the end boards, puck comes loose in front, up high, shot, save Bjorklund, rebound, backdoor feed for Oliver, and just out of his reach, Cade Oliver picks it up on the right wing boards. Across the ice, one-timer sizzled wide by Guenther. It through, puck ends up in the right wing corner. Dylan Guenther onto it. Bank off the boards to the blue line for Peters. A point shot hits off the backside of Jake Neighbors, bounces to Ashton Firster of the Tigers, who gives it away to Guenther, top left circle. Guenther can't dance around Firster though. And here the Tigers with it inside their own zone. Glover, he'll give it away to Neighbors. Neighbors can't dance around Krebs. Now loose puck in between the hash marks. Oil Kings Guenther tried to tap it for Oliver. Comes to Neighbors, backdoor feed. Oliver, backdoor again, and Dylan Guenther shoots and scores. Down, second period underway. Edmonton on the power play to start. 90 seconds as a Tiger falls down and Edmonton gains access into the Medicine Hat zone. Right wing corner. Puck is steered along near side for Jake Neighbors. Almost let that one get by him, but he's able to hold in. Rink wide pass for Dylan Guenther. Edmonton 1 for 2 on the power play in this one. They got a 2-0 lead. Guenther pumps his shot towards the net off a stick. That's blocked, and then Cade Oliver looking for the rebound gets shoved into Bjorklund. Puck held in at the line by Robertson. Now Neighbors. Back across for Guenther. Up high Robertson. Fans on the Drew Krebs. Krebs along the left wing board, steps in left circle, cross ice pass. McCarry just waiting for it to come to him. Didn't get there. Intercepted by Edmonton, and they're away 2-on-1. Oliver in with Guenther. Oliver right circle, stops a pass. Backdoor for Guenther off the toe of his former Edmonton Oil King back in the 60s. Here's a shot from Oliver from the right wing circle. That one snapped wide of the Medicine Hat net. Point shot Robertson right on goal. Bjorklund makes the save, puts the rebound to the left wing corner. Oliver onto it in behind the Medicine Hat net. We'll take it to the right wing corner. Oliver reverses down low for Dylan Guenther. Guenther trying to step around Cole Clayton. Does so. Trying to get it to Neighbors. Vakoski, but kicks it loose for Jake Neighbors. And now Neighbors, nice outlet pass picked up by Dylan Guenther. Here's Guenther trying to speed past Baker to the net with a wrist shot. Save. Bjorklund rebound goes to the right wing corner. Drop it off for Jake Neighbors. He'll build up ahead of steam. Give it off for Guenther on the right wing side. Gets it going for Williams. Left circle. Oliver steps in. Wrist shot. That's blocked. Bounces around in between the hash marks. And Edmonton's Guenther comes up with it. He's got it right circle. Here's Guenther. Stops up in the right wing corner. Looks back to the blue line. Finds Robertson. Across the line, Neighbors. Steps in left circle. Jake Neighbors on his forehand. Wrist shot looking short side. He just misses. As the puck will come to the far side for Guenther. Tap back to Robertson. Mid blue line. Point. Plenty of work left in this one for Edmonton with a 1-goal lead. Here comes Neighbors in. Pass down low for Guenther. Backdoor feed for Cade Oliver. Just missed him. As that was about to be another one of those tic-tac-toe plays between this trio. Now here's a pass for Oliver in the right circle, and he fans on the one-timer as he had Bjorklund down. Top line buzzing again here for Edmonton. Here's Dylan Guenther, top right circle, the wrist shot. That's off the leg of Parsons. Right wing boards picked up by Guenther. His bats in this game alone have helped raise $125 for Kids Cottage by way of Windsor Plywood Leduc. And now here's a steal down low. Getting knocked to the ice was Jake Neighbors, where he could get a chance on goal. Robertson holds in. Guenther alone in front. Wrist shot. Scores! Dylan Guenther doubled. Just over 2 to play in this final frame. Edmonton a 3-goal lead. And now they create a turnover in front of the Tiger net. Here's Neighbors rolling puck. Wrist shot snaps it just wide. On Sunday, they took 9 penalties in that 5-1 win against the Hurricanes, but killed off 8 of them. Looking good so far, nearly halfway through this first one. Here's Guenther line for Williams. One-touch pass across the seam. Oliver, a wrist shot, left pad save. Rebound, Williams. Tried to hand off for Peters, gets by him, picked up by Guenther. He'll swing it to an open wing at center ice, and here comes Ethan Kapp. In over the Rebel line, stops up left wing boards, looking for some help. He has it. Here's Guenther to the net with a backhand, and he puts it off the outside of the post. In behind the net, wraparound try. The blue line held in by Matthew Robertson. Half wall, he'll find Cade Oliver. Oliver down low for Josh Williams. Takes it to the left wing corner, Williams. Top left circle finds Guenther now for Robertson. Robertson. No shooting lane, so he'll give off for Jake Neighbors. Neighbors playing pitch and catch with Williams now across the seam. One-timer, Guenther, he scores! Around there by Isley as they battle for it. Puck comes loose. Zach Smith tries a wraparound, rolls off his stick though right to Oliver. He'll get it out to center ice, and here comes Dylan Guenther working in against Gustafson. Right circle with a wrist shot in this one for Edmonton. Williams double dip so far. Face off one to Robertson at the line. Robertson walks to the middle, gives off left circle for Guenther. Guenther down low. We'll find Josh Williams, return to Guenther, back up high, one-timer fake by Robertson, gives it to Guenther, and he had the top by Carter Anderson, sticked away by Sebastian Kosa. Cooney just getting to the bench now as here comes Guenther back into the Rebel zone, left circle. Guenther delays, pass in front, Henderson in, wrist shot, saved! Their fight earlier. Here's Jake Neighbors, right wing circle, gonna muscle his way in front, can't shoot though, gets the puck there, scramble ensues, Anders down looking for it, ends up in behind his own net, Guenther with it, he'll get it to left point, Robertson falls down from his backside, able to hold in, gets it to Guenther in the high slot. Here's Guenther, right circle, wrist shot, save, Anders has a peek by Rebels, and it's cleared along the boards, held in by Neighbors, high slot, Guenther loads, fires, and that one ends up carrying. Bouncing puck, Oliver settles it, leaves it for Williams, and now Williams will Play it to the far side, waiting for Jake Neighbors as it's speared off his stick, but ends up on the stick of Oliver in behind the Red Deer net. He'll take it to the right wing corner. Up high, right point, Robertson across Guenther, a one-timer, and flaring out the left arm and leg was Ethan Anders to make a save. Mid-blue line, Robertson, left side, Guenther, he'll try again, and this one scorches high and over tonight for Kids Cottage. Now here's Jake Neighbors, bad change by the Rebels, and they got a chance. It's Guenther, Neighbors in front, Guenther, and he heels it wide. As Patterson trying to wedge it loose with some help from Josh Tarswell. Tarswell comes up with it, gets it to Metternach on the near side, turns over inside his own blue line. Here's Guenther on the takeaway. Left wing circle, backhand pass in front, off a Rebel skate, and into the back of the net. Dylan Guenther scores his second of the night. Hit 3 of those all of last year. 2 of those all of last year, hat trick as well. Just 1 hat trick. As here's Weeb on a steal inside the Edmonton zone. Ethan Cap being pestered by Ben King. Now Cade Oliver spins off a check, and here comes Edmonton to center ice. Dylan Guenther, couple of goals in the hockey game, has it along the right wing board, sends a pass in front. All of Neighbors, and Riley Stotts will elevate a puck inside the Edmonton zone. Prokop trying to center it there for Riley Fiddler-Schultz. That's blocked off. Bounces at the side of the Edmonton net, patted away by Kosa. And here's Jake Neighbors getting started out to center ice. Pass misses Guenther. He'll leave it for Cade Oliver. He'll go across for Ethan Peters, and now here comes Ethan Cap to center ice. Pass right wing side, finds Guenther into the attacking zone. His wrist shot off the stick of Tyson Galloway doesn't get through, and now Galloway with it in behind his own net. 4 minutes left to go in this first period. Here's Vandalist. Pass for Stotts at center ice. That misses. Peters will turn it back to the way with a pass rink wide for Cade Oliver. Drops it off for Jake Neighbors. Neighbors trying to spin off the check of Allen. Leaves it in the left circle for Guenther. Here's Guenther. Backdoor feed into the skates of Oliver. Line though, and Chagall will skate it out through center ice down the right wing side. Here's Chagall. Former first-round pick of the Hitmen. Can't do anything with it. Turns it over, and Edmonton will get it out to center ice. A backtracking Chagall, though, steals a lead feed. He'll tuck it in over the Edmonton blue line, but backchecking is Dylan Guenther to grab that loose puck, and out the left wing side finds Cade Oliver. He'll redirect it inside the Hitman zone. As in on the forecheck, Dylan Guenther with a heavy hit on Tyson Galloway. Galloway slow to get up, and now Gunther's got a breakaway. Walks in, wrist shot, and getting the butt end of his stick on it was Jack McNaughton. Stopped all 6 shots he's faced in the early going of this middle frame from the Oil Kings, keeping his team in it. Here's Guenther, steal at center ice, going to bring it back in, but that is the worst efficiency rating among any penalty kill going in the WHL right now, and Edmonton wins the faceoff. Here's Neighbors, mid-blue line for Ethan Cap. Neighbors into the right wing circle, loads, doesn't fire. Pass across the seam, and a one-timer by Guenther. Going to run into him, take him into the right wing corner. Boards good support, though, by Zimmerman. Hitman get possession, and will clear it out to center ice as Slaney now with it. He'll play it far side for Dowhaniak. Up ahead, Oliver. He'll slither it in over the Hitman blue line, but turn back the other way, falling down with Slaney at center ice. Now Zimmerman will chip it to the left wing circle. Chagall onto it, fans on a centering pass. Oliver back defensively. Intercepted it momentarily, can't clear it out. Weisblatt loads and fires, he scores! Feed, that's picked off as it's corralled now by Zimmerman. Zimmerman, first shot block, gets it left wing circle. Onto it there, Chagall. Chagall with a soft backhand pass, intercepted by Oliver, and the Oil Kings start out. Here's Guenther for Neighbors in the neutral zone. Guenther winding his way in, he brings it in. Left wing side finds Neal, stepping in, fans on his wrist shot, gets the puck back, and now trying to float it out to center ice. That's picked off, and here comes Dylan Guenther. He's away with Ross Stanley. Guenther walking in right wing circle, backtrack nicely there by Rory Neal. Guenther maintains possession. Gets it to Jake Neighbors on the right half wall. He's double teamed there by a couple of Hitman players, and they work. Who steals the puck and then rims it to the far side. Waiting for it is Jake Neighbors. Neighbors across the neutral zone, right onto the tape of Dylan Guenther. He'll dash in right circle. Guenther on his forehand, skates it in behind the Hitman net to the left wing corner. Stops up there, looks for a centering pass, no option in front. Robertson coming off his first career 4-point game last night. Dylan Guenther, he'll wedge the puck deep inside the Rebel zone. 9 goals for Edmonton last night. Oliver and Guenther not on the score sheet, but here's Guenther, right circle, trying to change that. His shot doesn't get through, and Arjdeep Bains will thunder out to center ice. Left wing side, he'll hook it into the Edmonton zone. King with it, tried to drop it off on the right wing side. Weep falls down, and here comes Guenther in transition. 1-on-3 across the Rebel blue line. He'll cut it to the right wing circle, now into the corner. Robertson out to center ice. He'll find Jake Neighbors. He's got room to skate in, and then Guenther on the near side of the ice into the Edmonton zone, drops it off at the blue line. Sorensen tried to leave it there for Weir. He wasn't expecting it. Puck turned over as now Neighbors thunders in down the left wing side, gives it to Williams. Pass in front for Guenther. He scores! Back on the power play with a 2-1 lead. 90 seconds left to go first period. Neighbors up the right wing side, finds Guenther. He's in behind the net defense. Guenther to that with a backhand and a save by Fancy. Guenther picks it up left wing corner to the blue line for Rowlett. 30 seconds to go. Robertson having all sorts of problems inside his own zone. He says enough's enough. He'll shoot it out to center ice for Dylan Guenther, and he takes over into the offensive zone. Williams, he'll wrap it along the boards left wing side for Cade Oliver. Oliver gets some help from Neighbors. They'll peel it back to Robertson to the left wing. Into the slot for Williams. Bumped across. Guenther walks in. Wrist shot. Blocker save. Fancy rebound to left wing corner. Neighbors back up high to the blue line for Robertson. Robertson. Right point for Guenther. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Robertson Middle of the blue line, fake the shot, moves to the left, now gives off to the right side for Guenther. Rich shot and getting a piece through a crowd was fancy. Rebound left wing corner. Picked up here by Jake Neighbors. High slot, Guenther walks in, wrist shot, and that's blocked as Jace Weir dropped in front of the Guenther offering. Power plays over, Edmonton 1 for 3, but they're still applying pressure in the offensive zone. Peters from the line has a jolted there by Sorensen, digs it loose for Weir up high. Puck hops over his stick, and now trying to get away is Dylan Guenther shorthanded. He'll win a foot race to the puck, gets around Masters, hauled down, and a penalty leading Red Deer by a score of 2-1. Jake Neighbors across the seam. He'll find Dylan Guenther. He'll speed in right circle. Drops it off for Williams. Williams delays. Leaves it on the half wall for Guenther. Up high to the blue line, Robertson. He'll walk to the middle. Gives off for Dylan Guenther. Loads and fires. And that one's blocking the net. The centering pass goes off the stick of a Rebel defenseman and off the back of the net. Fancy thought that may have snuck over his shoulder, but it didn't. And the Rebels will throw it out to center ice. Glove down by Dowhaniak. He's run into by Baines, then cross-check to the ice right in front of the official. Play continues. As now Weeb has a right circle, walks in, wrist shot right off the lineup does Jalen Leipen. He's got the puck inside the offensive zone, plays a pass into the skates of Guenther. Now he'll walk it up high. As Robertson across, he'll find Dowhaniak. Left circle, Leipen a backhand, he sends it high and over the Red Deer net, right wing corner, Leipen with it. There's Leipen back up high to the blue line. Bit of a different look here for the top line with Leipen in the middle of Guenther and Neighbors. Guenther down low, delays, hooks it in front, puck sits in the blue paint. 2-on-3 over the Edmonton line, stick check just inside the Edmonton blue line, turns it over, and here's Guenther peeling it back to the way. He's got Neighbors with him, 2-on-2 as they cross the Rebel blue line. Top left circle, wrist shot, that stings Zach Smith to the ice. Puck will pillage the puck free up the left wing side for Cade Oliver. Across the seam finds Guenther. Dylan Guenther stepping through the neutral zone. Nice pass finds Neighbors into the slot. Neighbors dancing around his man. Backdoor feed. One-timer. Oliver scores. The bench, he'll send it across for Keegan Slaney. And he'll pass it to center. Here comes Guenther with speed. He's going to try and split the defense. And Sexsmith able to recover just enough. Grabs a hold of Guenther's stick. Sends him to the ice. Guenther wants a penalty call. Won't get it, so he steals the puck away. Walks it between the hash marks. Steps around Ward with a backhand. And he sends it high and over the Rebel net. It comes free as Kings now tied up with Liam Keeler at center ice. Here comes Guenther. He'll work his way in 1-on-2, trying to drive wide around Sexsmith, and a good defensive play turned in there by Joel Sexsmith. Left wing side, he'll find Isley. Oliver off the bench, disrupts that breakout attempt, and now here's Oliver. Pass hops over his stick at the top of the right circle. Now he gets it back, turns and fires. That's blocked by Mason Ward in front, and Ward will muscle it off the right wing boards out to center ice. Under 2 to play in this third period. Rebels back into the attacking zone. Roland slowed up, and Edmonton steals it. They give it away. Here's Roland high slot with a wrist shot. That'll drift wide of the Edmonton net. Far side inside his own zone. Matthew Robertson tangled with Isley. Roland, he'll be able to harvest this puck loose. Nowhere to go with it. Then Cap stuffs him to the boards. And here comes Neighbors 2-on-2 to center ice with Oliver. He'll drop it off for Oliver just in over the blue line. Pass in the middle for Guenther. Down low looking for Neighbors. Sticked away by
Dowhaniak, who lifts a wrist shot towards the net, turned away by Anders. Guenther has the puck along the boards this time. Back to the point for Dowhaniak. Right side point for Robertson. In behind the net, Mason Ward can't get there for Red Deer. Cade Oliver's got it for the Wilkings into the slot for Guenther. He can't get a shot away. Rebound to Oliver. Save made by Anders. He sprawls down to cover up the rebound, but it's loose, and the Edmonton Oil Kings find it and score. Left wing outlet pass on the stick of Jake Neighbors. Plays it ahead to Guenther. Guenther fires a high heater to the left corner of the Edmonton zone. Ethan Peters behind his net, plays it up the left side for Jaden Henderson. Henderson still looking for his first point of the season for Edmonton. Puck in the slot off the stick of Dylan Guenther, and he scores.
Get in the Edmonton Oil Kings zone with the puck possession.
Guenther has it across the Rebels line. Gets past Joel Sexsmith, and scores. Dylan Guenther.
Series 0-for-1 on the night.
Rebels back to the Karstar penalty kill. Robertson has the puck at the point. Left side for Guenther, who's got 2 goals. Left side for Carter Such. He plays a pass through, but the Rebels pick it off. Sexsmith has it in the corner, plays it hard off the boards, gets it across the Edmonton blue line. Matthew Robertson surveys and plays it up the right side for Dylan Guenther. Ahead to Jake Neighbors, who gets pushed along the boards just inside the Rebels blue line. Play along the far half wall. Puck in a sea of feet as both teams battle for it. Wilkings try to dig it loose. Smith keeps it along the boards. Hey, the longer the puck stays towards the net, puck goes off a stick in behind the net. King rolls it out front. Such gets there for the Oil Kings, and Edmonton speeds away. Dylan Guenther has a step on Trey Patterson. Guenther in. Pat of Ethan Anders kept in at the left point by Robertson for Edmonton. He walks the line left side for Dylan Guenther. Back to the point. Robertson goes right side for Neighbors. One-timer. He breaks his stick. That'll give Sexsmith a chance to clear the puck out. Outlet pass to Zach Smith. Could be a 2-on-1 here. Smith gets a pass. Does broadcast right. And the Edmonton Oil Kings to our broadcast left here for the third period. Wilkins have the puck at their own blue line. Jake Neighbors passes near right side to Dylan Guenther, who comes across the Rebels' blue line. So Wilkins will change up their forward line as Cade Oliver comes off the bench for Edmonton now. It's Dylan Guenther. He's got 2 goals in this game for Edmonton. Gets across, win the drop back to the left point for Dohaniuk. Plays it over to Guenther. Fires a shot. Doesn't get through. Goes off the leg of Jake Neighbors into the corner. Back to the left point for Edmonton for Dohaniuk. Right point for Ross Stanley. Brings it around the end boards. Neighbors has it for Edmonton. Takes a bump from Sexsmith, who gets it ahead to Jet Larson. He tries to get it out, but can't. Kept in by Dohaniuk at the point. Long wrist shot. Deflected away. Right to the stick of Cato. 12 seconds left in the Rebels penalty. Puck back to the blue line. Robertson has it. Left side, Neighbors. Right side, Guenther. Winds. Fires. Save made by Anders. Rebound out in the slot. Williams whacks at it.